So, I'm going to be doing my review of Jurassic World Chaos Theory. I've been actually really excited to see how this show was going to play out. I was very curious to see how the series was going to go, because, like, my thing was I really liked the start of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Like, Camp Cretaceous was a little slow. Like, it had a good start for the first few seasons. The second half of the series kind of got dipped down in terms of quality and, like, other things that just make you go, well, how the hell does that work in this continuity? Like, we have robot dog. I mean, yes, you have to suspend willing belief of. How does that sentence go? Willing disbelief or willing. Fuck it. I'm too tired for this. Willing suspension of disbelief. There's the sentence. Ugh, tongue-tied. Willing suspension of disbelief of... Because you already have clone dinosaurs running around. So robot dogs and holograms and things like that. Like, you just have to, like, let your brain go. But at the same time, you're like, how does that fit in with everything else? Like, how does that not get mentioned? Like, shit like the things with Manticore not get mentioned in Jurassic World Dominion. But then again, Jurassic World Dominion's a steaming one big pile of shit, so what can you do? Camp Cretaceous did kind of have a dip for me. But Chaos Theory was something I was very interested in because it looked like it was going to do something that Dominion didn't do, which is basically talk about the world and the dinosaurs' effect on the world after, you know, everything that had happened. Like, that's the one thing I really like about this show, is that it basically does what Dominion should have done, which is, you know, talk about talk about, like, the effect of the, you know, the universe, like, have the effect. What the effect of the universe is on the Earth, excuse me, has when you put in dinosaurs in it in this modern day world. The big thing that I really enjoyed about this is that, again, it has a little more edge to it. It has a bit more, like, not, you know, pun not intended, bite to this series, where the first one, yeah, it had deaths, but it always, like, cutaway deaths, and there are cutaway deaths here, but, like, it's a little more overt. It's, you know, it's a way more advert, it's a way more advert, with the deaths. I appreciate that. I really do. The show's a little more darker because our characters are older, so therefore, you know, we don't have to hold back as much. There is some still holding back because this is still an animated show, but I'm hoping if we get a second season of this series, maybe they'll be willing to really let I'm not asking for, like, an R-rated show. I'm just, like, maybe just showcase, like, people get eaten more or something of that degree. The characters are... So, like, I like how they basically talk about why all the characters aren't speaking to each other because of Brooklyn's death. Like, basically, Brooklyn was killed, and they discover this kind of conspiracy where all of them are being hunted by this organization using Atrociraptors, which I thought would be the same Atrociraptors we saw in Malta in Dominion. But it turns out these are different Atrociraptors that can actually, like, have camouflage and shit, which made me go, huh, that's pretty neat. I'm surprised they're not exactly hybrids, I will say that. Like, they're not exactly, like, they're not hybrids like the Indominus or the Indoraptor, but they still have, like, those kind of, like, hybrid DNA. It actually reminds me a lot of the Carnivores from the Lost World novel, which I do appreciate. I think the best character in this series is Yaz. She's working past her PTSD that she had on the island, and I like her and Sammy's relationship. It was way more believable than Kenji and Brooklyn, which they really like. Kenji and Brooklyn's relationship, I was like, where the fuck did this come from? But what? Alright, I guess we're dealing with that the whole season. Whereas with Yasmin and Brooklyn, it was more like natural, and also, like, made more sense. The only, like, I could have seen, like, if you were going to have Brooklyn pair with anyone, it would have made more sense if it was Darius, but, like, I'm not talking about it. Like, enough about shipping. I'm just saying, like, if you're also going to kill her off, like, why even do the relationship? Oh, right, drama. Like, yeah. Right? Like, it's just all about that drama. The series has some great action set pieces. I also do like that we're basically talking about... again, we're talking about a world where dinosaurs have claimed the Earth, and now they are just spreading like wildfire. And that's basically... We basically talk about... or, like, have views into this world of, like, people dealing with traumatic events involving dinosaurs, how this is affecting the world. It's very well put. It's very well put together, but I still wish we'd get more. You know, I still wish we'd get more of how the dinosaurs are affecting, and maybe if we get more seasons, we'll talk about that. But for right now, I think this is a good start, and better than what Dominion had. That's for damn sure. I will also say that this series does a great job of talking about PTSD, and also talking about, like, how... Like, there's also, like, some of the best stuff I've heard, learned about, like... Well, not learned, but, like, some of the best stuff about relationships and how difficult they are. And I'm like, damn, this is a show about dinosaurs, and we're actually talking about, like, relationships and, like, the difficulties of having them. And it's done not in a preteen, like, Melrose Place or, like, 16 Candles kind of way. We're actually, like, talking like adults here. Holy shit. In a dinosaur cartoon. Alright, I just thought that would... I know that doesn't really have an effect on the plot or anything. I was just kind of, like... I just thought that was funny. And I was also a little impressed on that. But I was like, here? We're doing that in the Jurassic Park show? Alright. I also like how this universe has little nods and how it connects to the bigger universe. Not in the same way Camp Cretaceous did, and they do mention, like, Battle at Big Rock. They also feature what was it? The like the little hoverball, the gyrosphere. Ugh, I can't... Words, how do they work? The little gyrosphere from Jurassic World. And hopefully this will play, like, a bigger role in the other films, too. Yeah, it's a solid series. Do I have some problems? Some of the writing, Kenji and Ben, I do not care for. Ben I never liked to begin with, but now I really just don't like him in this show. Kenji was always just kind of a dumb asshat to me. He gets a little more character development regarding between him and his father, but, like, still, I just don't like him. Like, I just don't care. Ben, I never cared for, and this has not dissuaded me in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, it's a solid series. If you like Camp Cretaceous, I would say give this a shot. But yeah, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Jurassic World Chaos Theory? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.